You're watching One Go Online Television, Sierra Leone, the new online connectivity hub.
As I woke up this morning, I asked myself, what are the valuable lessons that I can learn from what's going on in the world today? We have a deadly virus putting everything on pause and dispersing throughout the globe like a wildfire. Sources say it came from China. Some say it was created in the lab. Some say it's about the New World Order, while others ponder about the 5G propaganda. Meanwhile, quarantine, lockdown, social distancing, no jobs and no schools, anxiety on elevation while solitude is on new adaptation. Misinformation and confusion leaves a thin line between facts and misconception. Now I'm no expert, so I'm not here to tell you about what's right or what's wrong. I'm just here to tell you to hold on, stay in and stay safe. Like MJ, put on your mask and your gloves and let's beat it. Soon we shall overcome and celebrate better days ahead. I just want to take this time to say RIP to those that we've lost during this battle and speedy recovery to those on ventilators. Now for the sake of remedy, please allow me to paint you a brighter picture. Please let me share with you the positive side of the agony that we have been enduring. Ever since the world shut down, we've had less pollution and nature has been flourishing. Ever since Corona started, many nations at war have ceased fire. Now imagine the peace it brought to the heart of children in war zones all across the world. Yemen, South Sudan, Syria, Ukraine, Cameroon, and many other places. Now due to a virus that doesn't discriminate, we are slowly realizing that there's only one race, and that's the human race. We've come together to fight. We've expressed solidarity. We've expressed humanity. We've cried. We've laughed while doing fun challenges. The true heroes are doctors and nurses. We've noticed our differences, black or white, Buddhist or atheist, harmony in different languages, religion and science. Yes, we can all coexist and express love, cause it's the answer. It's the only way to go. It's the only thing that brings us. It's a beautiful thing that heals us. It's a wonderful thing that takes us higher, brings us closer. Don't deny it, just embrace it. Express it, express it, express it. One love, hey, let it flow across the globe. Hey, one love, hey, let it flow across the globe. Hey, one love. Now when we do get back outside to celebrate freedom, remember to be grateful. Remember those stuck in hospital beds still praying for a miracle. Remember to appreciate nature and remember to thank God for oxygen. Now when we do go back to school, remember there are kids in other parts of the world who haven't seen a classroom in years due to war or poverty. Now when we do get back to normal, take it easy. Life is not a race. The most important thing is not money. The most important thing is the memories that we create while living. So cherish them. Be compassionate. Treat others with respect. Help someone in need if you can. Now when we do get back to normal, remember to salute a healthcare worker because they are the unsung heroes. Thank you. I'm gonna be a better me and celebrate life. And love is what I'm gonna use to elevate. I promise I'ma shed away the negative weight. World peace, that's all I wanna propagate. Everything I took for granted, I'ma try to embrace. I wanna shoot our generation into better days. It shouldn't matter if you look like me or talk like me. We on the same track, it's a human race. I'm gonna be a better me and celebrate life. And love is what I'm gonna use to elevate. I promise I'ma shed away the negative weight. World peace, that's all I wanna propagate. Everything I took for granted, I'ma try to embrace. I wanna shoot our generation into better days. It shouldn't matter if you look like me or talk like me. We on the same track, it's a human race. It's the only way to go. It's the only thing that brings us. It's a beautiful thing that heals us. It's a wonderful thing that takes us higher, brings us closer. Don't deny it, just embrace it. Express it, express it, express it. One love, hey, let it flow across the globe. Hey, one love, hey, let it flow across the globe. Hey, one love.
COVID-19 is real.
Take this thing serious.
We all have to adjust the norms one way or the other for now.
I hope everybody understands that this is for our own safety.
Please, everyone, stay home.
Avoid the contact, and now we just avoid body in a neighbor house.
Till the storms of Corona passes over.
Stay safe.
Because a healthy nation is a wealthy nation, so let's just abide.
Stay close to God.
And you keep your social distances.
At least 6 feet.
Take the necessary precautions.
Let us all listen to our healthcare professionals
and be very careful.
Make we wash we hand frequently.
You need for day isolated.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Let's stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
And connect with faith with God.
Hello and welcome to your special program from My Home to Your Home, live on Wango TV on Facebook, Wango TV SL, and on YouTube, Win TV SL. You can be a part of this program by doing a selfie video of 1 minute and send them to the number +232 31 464 012, and we go mix them, video them. Just tell me how you they do around your area, and tell me how the coronavirus done they threaten people then around, and we go share them out. This night platform we don't create for make we interact with we safe and we still stay safe. But remember the advice now that stay home, stay safe. If you don't get anything for do not treat, and say you just want to go casually outside, stop it. Stay safe, stay home. Well, Fambul, we want to go for some news. All right, Julian, what do you have for us?
Well, today I have a range of news that I've packaged, and they range from national news to international news. Well, I'll be starting first with Sierra Leone news. Sierra Leone has recorded 4 new cases of coronavirus, bringing the total from 26 to 30 confirmed cases. No details of the newly confirmed cases have been available to the public. Yesterday, the 17th April, the country registered its highest number of confirmed cases in a single day, with today being the second highest number of confirmed cases per day. All confirmed cases are now in treatment centers and have come from 4 districts: Western Area Urban, 18 cases; Western Area Rural, 5 cases; Potloko District, 5 cases; and Kenema District, 2 cases. So far, 14 females and 16 males have been reported affected by the pandemic. No one has died or recovered yet, but the number of people in quarantine centers has increased by 1. As of yesterday, it was 531, and it is 532, while 1,012 people have been released from quarantine centers. An inquiry has been requested into the death of local footballer in Sierra Leone, Edmond Bangura, aged 24, with concern that he may have been a victim of the coronavirus. The FC Johansen goalkeeper died the early hours of Friday in hospital in Freetown. While there are circulating information that the goalkeeper died of asthma and hypertension, the club's president, Aisha Johansen, has asked the LFA to conduct an inquiry to determine the exact cause of death. Edmond's death affected the entire football family at a crucial and unprecedented time. Johansen said, "We need to know what exactly took the life of a seemingly active young footballer up to 4 weeks ago, when he was spotted training with his clubmate. Bangura will be buried on Sunday, but it is unclear how many people would attend his funeral." And now for other news around Africa, precisely in neighboring Liberia. The legislature has approved the state of emergency declared by President George Weah, extending it to 60 days rather than 21 days as it was earlier declared by the president. The legislature, in a joint resolution, also approved the president's $25 million package, but with an agreement that it would be dispersed through a recast budget. The joint resolution also calls for every citizen to wear face masks when leaving their homes as profiled by their president. The legislator also called for an emergency relief fund to be funded through voluntary donation. The country's COVID-19 as at the 18th April 2020 stands at 76 confirmed cases, 7 deaths and 7 recoveries. Guinea mourns the death of the Independent National Electoral Commission of Guinea, Mamadou Salif Kabari. The deceased said to have contracted the infection from one of the African civil society experts who were in Guinea for the country's national referendum and legislative election held in March 2020. A statement in Abuja on Saturday by spokesperson of ECOWAS Network of Electoral Commission, Paul Ijimi, said Kibiri was hospitalized for a few days before he died in Conakry, April 17. The country's COVID-19 cases stands at 518 confirmed cases and 3 deaths with 65 recorded recoveries. And now in Nigeria, a private burial in Abuja will be held for President Buhari's Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari. The top aide of Nigeria's president died from COVID-19. The president's spokesperson confirmed the president regrets to announce the passage of Chief of Staff Malam Abba Yari. The disease had tested positive to the ravaging COVID-19 and had been receiving treatment, but he died on Friday, April 17, 2020. The country's national tally as at 10 p.m. 17th April stood at 493 confirmed cases out of 51 which were new cases. There are 159 discharges and the death toll stands at 17. And now finally in the United States, President Trump requests reopening of some states. President Donald Trump told governors they can reopen their states soon if they want to, but health officials across the country are still battling pneumonia outbreaks. Our national shutdown is not a sustainable long-term solution to Trump supporters. Trump unveiled new guidelines on Thursday to help states loosen social distancing restriction and restart the economy. The guideline, which won't be mandatory, suggests a phased approach that will still keep schools closed and allow some restaurants and gyms to operate under social distance protocols. Each governor will ultimately decide on how and when to reopen. Now, those were some of the top news around the world. Back to you.
Julian, tell me quickly
so from my home to your home
vicinity.
Well, within my vicinity, Allentown, I'd like to tell you that there are still people that still have the mindset that the coronavirus is not yet in Sierra Leone. There are people moving around. They are not practicing the mandatory precautions to fight this coronavirus because they harbor this thought in their mind that the coronavirus is not in Sierra Leone. Walking around the street today, I was forced to speak to some people who told me that because there hasn't been death recorded, they don't believe that it has taken more than 2 or 3 weeks, and they don't believe that the coronavirus is in Sierra Leone, which is terribly bad because you don't have to have a couple of deaths before you believe. People are supposed to practice the social distancing law, the washing your hands law, and other precautionary measures that is set in place to protect this country. Well, unfortunately, people around my area are not practicing this. In fact, they are clustered in the markets as I walk past there today, and many things that they're supposed to be, they're not doing, in fact.
Okay, Julian, so what would be your advice to people?
My advice is, as I've said before, for us to kick this virus out of the country, we first have to accept the fact that the virus is in Sierra Leone as at now. We were at 21 cases just a couple of hours, and in just a wish we've transferred to about 30 cases, which is very terrifying. It is frightful. People need to accept
how they know they do in the vicinity, waiting don't they happen at the environment. So Fumble, we will give you another video and we promise we will come back to you shortly.
Well, my name Alaji Isashiri. Well, this coronavirus, there's this way they really affect we, the Sierra Leoneans, as a whole. And will you not be affected as will you not be affected? One, if you see you get the symptoms of like coughing, you feel like weakness, and not for make sense so when you cough for make that publicly outside. If you cough, control the cough, because the way you cough it affects the entire people between you. Well, the advice I give to people out there is if you see don't feel like the symptoms don't affect you, please call 117 for immediately effect. So you not go affect the next man, because when you don't get them, then you don't think because I don't get the next man for get a head outside the gate. So this is what the face of the community and the area today. One, water crisis. Two, the road business not look structured. Three, they see as you see them now, the challenges that they face, everyone self right now at the community. So get honorable, but not see the effort with honorable they do. Because even self this there's this rubber where they get outside for wash and not to everybody gets themselves. Not even count themselves. Another say we can share out to the community. This is Babu College community.
My name is Shepherd Chile. They currently in a fine street. About similar experience from the university. This is not a global crisis. We don't affect the one world. So if you have affect the one world, it just therefore affect individuals also. Because like students, for example, they affect greatly in the area of education. Normally we used to go on campus, get some interaction, get teaching, but that's no longer exist until maybe after the whole thing done over. One of the greatest challenges we are the face and maybe other people will face. One, don't just think of the social interaction maybe on the go on. Where they used to come together, mingle, interact with people, one another. But still today, that's not happen because of what Corona don't bring some kind of division. I mean positive division anyway, because I'm for young people. So it also introduces a new culture. We as a people, we own small domain, we will not be ever used to, like we don't get a handshaking culture, but now that's not any longer. You understand? Then also we only move along, interact with friends, get certain social activities. But now that's not yet. This now a how I can put time. This now a moment, a sad moment, for the whole world, and therefore my advice to people that is just always stick by the rules. Observe all the health imperatives that give out so that become victim of corona. I wish I could foresee all after this particular moment or the period is over.
We do business 17 regions by Body Street Junction. Normally now the difference is great because like the way this day normal where they can run by the train, you must sell 1 pair for the day. Right now, they don't stop all the activities. They go on, no schools, no sports. So right now, how they can do, they go. Sell no day. You can see the whole day, the past 1 week. Maybe we sell 1 to 2 pairs. So that they are no more. We are already working in this place. Well, we don't advise people like great protection from this advice. Where you want to come out before you start face mask is very important anyway. And for long this sick area today. Yeah, not put things in place, not listening to the advice of the president, but let things come normal. Well, the problem of transportation. More of the people that they work alone, as time done, they are told by them 6 to 7 with one man they worry because of that cost that way they don't put in at 9 o'clock. So make a big problem say that 9 o'clock for many people push and go at least maybe half past 10 or 11 o'clock because the time is too short.
So from my home to your home.
Stay home, stay safe.
Welcome back. Fumble, but you know, said within the era of the corona and your own pattern way they move around with. So one for give you the song where Big Brother Jimmy B and the likes of other wonderful Sierra Leonean artists put their voices then together and do and for sensitize we about this corona. So we wanna listen to this.
Slip, slip, yeah. Let's go. Coronavirus. This is so serious, yes. Coronavirus. Salon people like we take us serious. Not attend this. Stay conscious. Know you left for good to other man. This is not the time you for any other man, yeah. I know you left for good to other man, but this is not the time you for any other man, yeah.
So now with a take time with the people we got fever. People with a cough and with a shiver. Cause this not the time we for stay cautious. Cause Makuma no know, but funny knows the symptoms with fever. So come listen, now be one of them. Make them pick you wash and we supply water, no follow them. Ebola be don't go make corona no more of them. So salon people let we learn and take precautions them.
You got to conscious think about coronavirus. Take precaution like for cut under your eyes. This now sickness we go kill it quick. If you not take them do the right thing, you go end up 6 feet deep. Salon people them mona let we wake up. Listen to the message from the well-body people them. Protect your life, protect your life. Take it to the message we go save your life, yo. Let me get reward attention. Let me take precaution. Let me hear reward, hear reward. Let me hear reward precautions. Let me take precaution. Let me hear reward, hear reward.
Let's for say if I be no plenty sick way come thinking out for go. You the cough fever, you can breathe, oh no. No say coronavirus. No matter who you are, plenty don't die. You know the people that you want. We all can testify. Save your life from this virus. Save your life from this virus.
So you get to be aware. Don't forget to use your hand sanitizer. Oh, you soap and water. Corona not a joke, no, no, sir.
Famble them. Me na Dr. Alpha Tijan Wuri. Me na the Minister of Health and Sanitation. We see big trouble they happen at the rest of the world. But we're not afraid. We're not afraid because we don't get an exposure before. We don't learn and know waiting for them. I have strong belief in the resilience of the people of Sierra Leone. We say they ask of we, and for make we they wash we hands all the time. Because now your hand they bring dirty na your eye, your nose, your mouth, all them open then na your face. And then now we the virus they pass to your body.
We famble them. My name is Bishop J. Archibald Cole, one of the religious leaders in this country. When I don't hear how this coronavirus it move from people their life, I appeal to her. When I listen to government and all the well-body people then when they talk to we, Make we follow all the advice and the rules and the regulation so it go better for we all. God bless we all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jama assalamu alaikum. Mina Sheikh Abubakar Conte. Islam na religion of submission and compliance. Prayer we dey appeal to we all for let we comply the rules and regulations with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation give. Let Allah bless we all.
Just to kill posting, avoid the plenty shit can and they keep comping. Corona no get medicine for ill posting. Now that's me for the talk and they sing something. So prevent time. Wash you and decent one. Every day new case, recent one. It is pack, it is rag, recent one. So Corona no can kill away recent one.
Now wash your hand regularly. With soap and water. Not touch your eyes, your nose and your mouth with your dirty hand. You can come life for leave, take your time where they do. The things where they do, making all left by you. On the for real, COVID-19 they kill, and that's the real deal. So take your time with the chill. This no to 10 for the act stubborn. Social media lies go put you on trouble. Don't be dumb.
Sister, I ain't overload.
But I don't want a small picking there.
No, can give me trouble. Government saying that 2 passengers the normal for take.
Okay, go. Will they go that one just now?
Mifambude Mina retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. By now, we all don't know about this new sick, when a coronavirus. And this sick don't turn the world upside down with afraid. But me, I'm not afraid. Because we not people them, we think not the broke down easily. And government don't do bokuti for test for them and for tap them. We all know say this coronavirus na bad sick. So what thing we all need for do? 1, for wash we hand them all 10. 2, may we tap for shake hand first. 3, may we not they gather boku na one place. If we all make up we mind for do the thing there, I mean for keep to the health regulations them, we no go get anything for free. Do you hear me, Fambude? At the big, may we keep the message here now we add. For if we forget well body all 10, make we all join hand for whap the iron way out. I tell you plenty thanks for your attention. May God bless you all. May God bless Mama Salon.
Hello, my name is Ben and I want to tell you coronavirus here, and every day you need to wash your hands so coronavirus cannot get you sickness. So you need to wash your hand every day so you cannot get sick. That's the end.
So from my home to your home.
Stay home, stay safe.
In today's edition, we get so many other things than for you. We guest, he said, and we get so many different things for you. I want to bring on a music so you go able for relax a bit. But remember, say you can always be a part of this program by doing a selfie video, and you send them to the number +232 31 464 012. I'll come back after this break.
The COVID-19 is real.
Take this thing serious.
We all have to adjust to the norms one way or the other for now.
I hope everybody understands that this is for our own safety.
Please, everyone, stay home.
Avoid the contact, and now we just avoid body in a neighbor house.
Till the storms of corona passes over.
Stay safe.
Because a healthy nation is a wealthy nation, so let's just abide.
Stay close to God.
And you keep your social distances.
At least 6 feet
take the necessary precautions.
Let us all listen to our healthcare professionals
and be very careful.
Make we wash we hand frequently.
You need for day isolated.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Let's stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
And connect your faith with God.
What makes a person unclean? This is a question I want you to think about.
Get a copy of this book, Young and Sold Out for Christ, the New Norm.
Are you available?
Or do you have a readiness of heart to serve God? Jesus asked, why were you searching for me? Didn't you know that I must be about my Father's business? I'm Samira with the New Norm.
So, be careful how you live. Don't live like ignorant people.
And so we must be role model, in this generation as young people.
But try to find out what the Lord wants you to do.
Don't forget to join the New Norm campaign.
The New Norm. The New Norm.
It's an inspirational campaign, the New Norm, reminding us that we must live a Christ-like life.
I'm Samira Sise. This is the New Norm.
My daughter is a strong woman.
You were the only one who never approved of the engagement. I need her to be strong.
My fiancé is coming.
This is serious.
Meaning?
How are you going to explain this to Lisa? She's going to be pissed.
So what? You think you're going to dump me?
Welcome, my beautiful princess.
The future king of Koidu Kingdom.
Hey! Bro, you're in trouble.
I think they're going to call the police, man.
You are in big trouble.
I like a man with a commanding voice. A man with a brave heart. Just like my father.
Or no princess, if any check me to me, brother, I just damage you. My princess, we greet you.
Welcome back, family. Viewers who want to go to our guests, I don't want to say much. I'm going to play this video, and once we come back after the video, we're going to have our guest.
All right, welcome back to your favorite music show, The African Beat, on the Voice of America. Today, my guest is Maurice. First of all, I must say thanks to you, even though I did not ask your permission at that time.
Yeah.
But, you know, one of your songs, I actually performed it during my wedding.
Oh, yeah?
And my wife loved it, and that is Violator, one of the songs you'll be performing
thank
today.
you so much. The pleasure is mine.
All right. Right, well, let's enjoy the song, You Know To Me X, and we'll be right back.
Enough for be, so
Maurice, the ladies' man.
Girl, I love you, not for love me. Not judge me for waiting and not to cost me, not to US. Papa God knows say I love you, me not to US. In order be so succulent. me teeth sour. No, no, you know the walk, so. Yeah, God.
Yes, beautiful music.
Yeah.
And you know, you couldn't say it better. You have said everything about it. And
Yeah.
so, for just a piece of advice for everybody, whether you be male or female, and you have been in a relationship maybe that is a little bad, or it is bad, and you've gotten into another relationship, please, 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 whatever happened in that relationship, leave it there.
Yeah.
Don't take that one out and then bring it to this new one. You don't know where your blessing lies.
Welcome back, viewers. The man you saw just now is David Vandy. He's a long-time broadcaster, but I want to give you a suspense because we're gonna talk to him. He's gonna tell us about himself. I'm just excited to have him on the show. David, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Okay, David, can you tell us quickly how is this COVID-19 thing? How you people faring up in the US?
Ah, man, it is terrible. It is terrible. You know, the situation, the way I can describe it, for the past 1 month, I have been working from home. You know, I've been working from home for the past 1 month. And when you go out to the streets, you know, it reminded me so much of when the war was going on in Sierra Leone. You know, sometimes you pass through a street and it is so quiet. You don't see a lot of people on the street because of the shutdown, and because of there's nobody's except the essential workers that are going to work. You know, but people are dying every day. Like today, the death rate in the U.S. now is well over 37,700, almost finding 38,000 right now. You know, so it is terrible. Nobody know where this is coming from, but it is just not good. I can tell you for free, it is not good. It is not a good experience. For those of us who have experienced other stuff out there like war and you know, deadly diseases, this is terrible. It is terrible.
Are you in the position to tell us how are Sierra Leoneans affected out there?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit. Sierra Leoneans are dying. You know, a few days ago, a brother, Abdul Kuyate, was buried in Maryland. He was an ER nurse, and he caught the virus, and he died. About 2-3 days ago, the great Abu White of Muye Power, you know, he too died in New Jersey. And just yesterday, a very reliable gentleman in the community, somebody who people are looking up to, that has been helping so much in the Sierra Leonean community, that we call Ambassador Fode Mansere, passed away due to the virus. So Sierra Leoneans are dying. It has, especially New Jersey has been affected, and also Maryland. We have a top Sierra Leonean in Maryland. I'll say he was the first Sierra Leonean that I know that was doing biometrics, has a biometric office in the United States that I have seen. I went to his office, that is Mr. Abdul Magona. He got caught up in this, and, you know, just like that. So we are actually losing a lot of people, and we have a lot of Sierra Leoneans in the forefront, on the front line. You know, our people are more into nursing and taking care of people. You know, we have nurses that goes to work every day. Some of them are there; they cannot even come out. Some of them have contracted the virus, and so it is really, really terrible. But thank God, a few days ago, I think it was yesterday, the Sierra Leone ambassador did a video. He came out to talk to Sierra Leoneans, tell them that he's feeling for them. He's with them, with all Sierra Leoneans here in the United States. So at least that alone is some kind of encouragement. But really, Sierra Leoneans are truly being affected by this virus.
So how many deaths are we talking about for Sierra Leoneans?
To be honest, I cannot give you that exact count. I cannot give you that exact count because
have you counted recoveries, those who've been recovering from the disease?
No, well, because it is America is a very big place. It's a very big country, and Sierra Leoneans are scattered all over. And I am based just in the Washington, D.C. area. So I will not tell you exactly how many people have recovered in Boston, how many people have recovered in Chicago, you know. But here, some people have been in quarantine. Some of them are out of quarantine. We have a few that I know of that are currently out of the quarantine, you know. And I think we have a handful that have recovered so far.
Sierra Leone president did the first, he shut down traveling and all of these things. And in the US, when the virus started, what can you say about that?
But here in the US, you know, I think it was like taken for granted that, oh, this is America, the almighty America, nothing can happen. This is not, it's not coming here. So by the time they came to the realization, it was too late. And it was like all over the place. And people were being contracted. If you say to what the president in Sierra Leone did, from my own view, I think the president made the fastest move. That is why we see that, to me, it is my opinion, that is why we see that in Sierra Leone, it is only now that we are up to like 30 cases. You know, because the president acted fast, and because of the Ebola experience that people had, some people started taking it seriously. Even though from social media and all these other stuff, there were a lot of distractions. People were saying, oh, it's not true, or it's this, or they want to eat money. But now, and you have people, I'll call them crazy Sierra Leoneans, who were going on social media thinking as if saying to the corona should come to Sierra Leone. No, come on, man, this is a deadly disease. And I think so far the president did his bit. He went around explaining to people exactly what this means. The only area where I questioned was the fact that these messages, some of them were done in English and they were not translated into the local languages, wherein the layman in the village would be able to understand. And that is my qualms. I think every message, whether it is a press release, whether it is this, you know, I used to work at the SLBS long years ago. And whenever there is a press release or there is a news, it is being translated into Limba, Creole, Mende, Timini, and you name it.
Yeah,
and so it goes down to the layman.
Yes. I want you to keep the part of the SLBS. After this, we're gonna come there.
Okay. Okay.
All right, David, give us your general take on the whole COVID-19.
My general take, brother, is that we all have to be very, very cautious. We all have to adhere to the regulations by the CDC or from whichever part of the world we are. For you in Sierra Leone, listen to what the government authorities are saying. Right now, I can tell you, I'm a pastor. I pray every day. I know that God will take control. But that does not mean I should not see the reality. The reality on the ground is there is this disease, whether it is a droplet, whether it is airborne, you don't know where it's coming from. And nobody can tell you now that they've even found a cure for it. Like I said, even the most wealthy nations in the world are struggling. They are struggling. So everybody, what I'll say is, you have to take caution. In Sierra Leone today, what I would tell my Sierra Leoneans are, hey, forget about social media distraction. Save your life and save the life of others. When you put on your mask, wash your hands, keep your environment clean. You know, when they were talking about wash hands, I say, me, when I wash my hands, the next thing I do, I wash my face. You know, I wash my face. My hands and my face, they go together. When I come out with a mask, because maybe we have a little bit here, we drop it. But, you know, I am happy people are now taking up, not waiting for government to say, hey, government should do everything. People have taken up. I see Rania, Kagbo, Izelia, they are doing masks that they are distributing to people. People in the private sector can come on. Let people come on, you know. And this is the time for, I don't want to go into the political circle, but, you know, the other day I was so mad with the parliamentarians, the MPs. I asked, what are they doing? Are they only waiting for people to criticize government? What about you, the MPs? You go to these people. You ask them to vote for you. What are you doing to them? What kind of education are you taking to your constituency? You know, so I would just advise everybody, just follow the regulations, stay clean, wash your hands frequently, use soap and water. If you don't have hand sanitizer, just use your soap, get your mask whenever you are going out, because if you protect yourself, you'll be able to protect others around you. That's all I can say.
Okay, David, you don't go anywhere. We're going for the break, and when we come back, I'm gonna be on you.
I'm here. You see, eh? You see? I don't know what is taking him so long in there.
I mean, I think he's in trouble, man.
Eh?
I think we need to go in there.
Huh?
What do you think we should do?
You know what? Okay. Princess or no princess? No.
Oh, goody.
I don't care whether a papa na king or I don't care whether Usai Benge. Hey, Maurice! The fishes are waiting for now. Maurice! Where's the princess? Wait, I'm not care. Princess or no princess. If anything happens to me, brother, I will damage you. I go chuk up. I go show us na control me na control king. Cool. Wait,
make we go inside it.
You see, you don't get better to get
go inside, bro.
Hey. My princess, we greet you.
Please stand up. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday.
No problem.
Oh, princess, you mean the slap? Princess, don't worry about that. You see this man? In fact, he's used to that. They slap him every day.
Why are you lying?
Princess, if you want right now, I can even slap him for you.
You two are so funny. You just made my day.
Thank you, princess. Thank you.
And you too.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome, David Vandy, live on from my home to your home. I see you don't make much say you know Kutoro, but you do chuk. But I don't see the chuko. I just see the bar. What's happen? Kutoro,
I threat no more. Okay. I threat him.
All right, David, who is David Vandy?
Wow. Man, I never knew this question would come to me because I used to ask people that.
Okay, so you have it now.
Yeah. I'm David Vandy is a Sierra Leonean, a very proud one for that matter. I was born in Sierra Leone way back in I'll tell you that later, in the 60s.
No problem.
In the 60s. And I attended school and college in Sierra Leone. I have been in the theater world. I've been in acting since the 70s. And then I went into broadcasting. I started broadcasting with the first FM radio station in Sierra Leone. That is the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation, ABC FM 94. In 1990, I was one of the few Sierra Leoneans that were trained by BBC specialists, Martin Davis and Jackie Chambers. I was the first Sierra Leonean to work on radio after midnight in Sierra Leone, because by then we had only the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service, SLBS Radio, that was closing down at 12 midnight. And so I had to work from 12 midnight to 2 a.m. So I became the first Sierra Leonean to work like that. And I created a lot of programs, like the Wiki Waki show on the SLBS. I took over the musical mix after Estabanya and David Cheto, and I took over it with Kumba Briwa. And, on the radio, I left the SLBS after the AFRC interregnum. I was working with 98.1 Radio Democracy, was the commercial officer, a host presenter, a producer, a newsreader. So I did a whole lot of work on the radio. And then I worked with the United Nations Radio in Sierra Leone. I was the programs coordinator. I also did a lot of training with people out there, So after that, I became the general manager of Sky Radio 106.6 FM of Circular Road and Leicester, at Leicester, back of Rabe College. I was the general manager of Sky Radio. And from there, I came to the United States of America, and for the past 14 years, I have been working with the Voice of America in Washington, D.C. I was given the option to create an African music show. That is the African Beat that I've been doing for the last 14 years. And it is a very big show around the world. Talk to African celebrities, musicians, and I decided to expand the program to people who write books. As long as you're in entertainment, movie stars, anything you do, as long as it's entertaining. And sometimes we even bring people who are in government and just talk to them and see what they can do for the entertainment industry. So, and currently I'm married. I have my girls, they're still back in Sierra Leone. And I am based in Virginia, USA. So I don't know if there's anything else, but I'm just a simple person, just trying to do my own little thing in my corner. But one important thing about who David Vandy is that I am a very proud Sierra Leonean that don't take my country for granted.
Okay. All right. So, David, tell us, you spoke about 14 years working for VOA. Just join everything and tell us how long have you been in broadcasting?
This is my 30th year in broadcasting. I've been in broadcasting for 30 years. I started way back in 1990. And this is my 30 years in broadcasting.
So David, what is it like working at VOA?
Interesting. It's a very interesting place. It's like the whole world converges in one building because we broadcast to the entire nation, to the entire world. So the whole world is meeting in that building to tell world stories, to tell the world about what is happening in different parts. And I work for the English to Africa service, where I come in contact with a lot of other Africans from different African countries, Americans, Nigerians, Cameroonians, Sudanese, Liberians, you name it. So it's a very interesting place to work. Just that you have to know what you're doing there. You don't go there without knowing what you're going to do. You don't go there and sit down idle. Your work is paramount, and you have to make sure you deliver. And maybe because I've been delivering, that is why I'm still there. If you don't deliver, you don't work there.
Okay, so David, let's go for this quick break, and we're gonna come back. Don't go anywhere.
It's been a blessing anyway.
Give me a little bit of that. Give me a little bit of that.
Now then, Sabi, why make them no one see we together? Me, I don't know why they want for put us asunder. Then just the baranta do all kinds of for scatter. Waiting at them problem. Me, I don't know, but I've made up my mind. I'm not leaving you behind.
All right, let's leave it at that.
All right, let's leave it like that, just like that. So,
oh God,
oh David. So now, how do you blend acting and broadcasting?
Just love it. Just love what you do, because all of it is an art. You know, even with the knowledge that you have, it is an art. When I sit in that studio, you know, I tell people, I say, when you get into a studio, no matter what problems you were having before coming into that studio, as soon as you get into that studio, make sure you leave every problem behind you. Leave every problem behind you. Because when you get in there, I say the job of radio is one of the craziest in the world. You sit there and you are talking to millions of people and you don't even know who is listening to you. But you are there, you're trying to be happy. You're trying to make the world happy. Let them feel the way you are feeling. You know? So, and that's just the same like acting. You go there, they give you a role, you bring up the character, you are impersonating somebody else. You bring up that character and you build on it. It is the love that you have for what you do makes you do it the way you do it. So it's the love that I have for acting and the love that I have for broadcasting makes me do what I'm doing. I just love it.
Okay, so you just love it. All right. Do you intend to come home soon or anytime?
Yes, 100% yes. I want to come as soon as I can. You know, but I could remember some few years back, somebody was asking me, "Hey, David, when are you going back?" I said, "Why are you in a hurry to let me go? I spent the first 40 years of my life. You know, I have seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything about Sierra Leone. So let me just feel free out here a little bit. And then when I come, I'm going to come fresh. But I love my country, and definitely I am coming. I am coming home. Mama, I am coming home. Don't worry, I'll be there."
Okay, we're waiting for you. We're waiting to see you and see you impact lives like in Sierra Leone. So David, you're a career man, okay? You're into entertainment, you're into broadcasting. What would be your advice as in to others, to people who are in this game, broadcasting or entertainment?
The first thing I'll say to the young people that are coming up and going into this field is to be yourself. Try to be as natural as you can be. Because the sooner you start trying to be somebody else, you are not going to make a headway. Because everything about you is going to look fake. You know, I could remember when I first got this job at the Voice of America, they wanted an African voice. They wanted somebody who sounds African. And if they wanted Americans, they'll go get them. They have a lot of them here. But they wanted my voice. They wanted David Vandy. They wanted this voice from Sierra Leone. And that is what I gave to them. I gave them the voice from Sierra Leone. I gave them the accent from Sierra Leone. And that is why I am proud today to say that, you know, I've been there for 14 years and I'm still making waves because I believed in myself. And that is what I'll tell all the young people that are going into broadcasting. Don't open your mouth on the radio or on the television and people start looking around asking who is talking. You know, be yourself. Don't be somebody else. I think that is very, very important. Yeah. Don't be somebody else. And you learn from others, but don't be them.
Okay. All right, David, we're going for this break, and it's a movie. I saw you.
Anytime you go for a break, when you come back, it's problem for me.
No, I just saw you do that. All right, I'm going to tell you what. It's a movie called Dynamic Range. And from the trailer, you can see David. It's the man in this thing. So viewers, let's look at it.
And you know what I like and what I don't like. So it is $9 million? Or there is no deal? This is the head office of the Drug Enforcement Administration. What I want you to do is to see how you can help me get these goods into the United States without any hindrance from the Drug Enforcement Administration. My contact in the Central Drug Enforcement Administration in the United States is currently out of the country.
Sorry, Mr. Hugo. This is not a decision we can make. We operate on professional basis, and there is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, no room for a plan B.
But my name is Hugo James.
Yes, sir.
I can walk out of here a happy man just like I came in.
Do you need any particular brand of car, or would any car do?
I rented that car for my boyfriend, and he has traveled with it.
My girlfriend has been held hostage in a place where I don't know.
Your team has 5 hours to get down to the border.
I got your boy on my crosshair.
Not at this time, Hugo. Not at this fucking time.
Yes, welcome back. It's your program online, Wango Television, from my home to your home, and from my home to David's Vandy's home in the US. We are talking to you. You can be a part of this program by sending in your short videos through selfie to the number +232 31464 012. David Vandy, tell us about dynamic range.
Yeah, well, Dynamic Range is a movie written and directed by Dexter Brains. He's from Ambazonia, the southern Cameroon. He called me and said, "Hey, Mr. Vandy, I have this role, and I think you are the best person to pull it out, and that is Hugo James." You know, Hugo James is a drug dealer, an African drug dealer in the United States of America that smuggle drugs from Mexico to the US, you know, and he believes that his money can buy anything. His money can buy people's loyalty, you know. But a friend that grew up with him, that he actually helped pay school for, was working for the US government. And he wanted to use this friend to smuggle his goods, or his so-called goods, into the United States. But this man said, "Hey, my friend, you may have helped me at one time, but my loyalty to my country lies. I cannot do that kind of thing." So you see, it is not all the time that people think that because they are of wealth, or because they are rich, they have money, their money can buy anything, or their money can buy loyalty. It doesn't happen like that all the time. So Dynamic Range is an action-packed movie, but it has got a very nice story behind it, and it also tells a story about two lovers, one coming from Africa. That's when some of us come here to America, we don't try to find out the truth. We just listen to everybody, and sometimes we get into trouble because we don't want people telling us what the truth is. We want to make fast money, and getting that fast money always put us in trouble. So basically, that is what Dynamic Range is talking about. And Hugo James is somebody I don't want to come in contact with anymore, because he is not a good person.
Okay, so what are the morals in this movie?
It's loyalty. You know, you don't say because you have money, you can use other people to do your dirty work for you. And also, when we are coming to this country and to the first world, because we have seen a lot of examples that young people come here, they have everything. They have parents that have come before them, worked for them. And when they come, all what they do is mess around and hang out with the wrong crowd. So you don't need to hang out with the wrong crowd. If your parents have been here and they've suffered to bring you here, this is a land of opportunity. And so if you come and you say you want to make it fast and you go down the fast lane, then you're going to end up in the wrong hands and you're going to end up in the wrong places. Sometimes that will even cost you your life. We have seen what has happened to our young Sierra Leoneans here. People have been involved in dangerous activities. Our youngs have been involved in very dangerous activities. We've been calling meetings, trying to talk to them, to say, hey, this is not worth it. But we are not getting tired. We have to keep that going. So some of the morals behind that story is that, you know, when we come here, let us be careful, because this land, anything can happen to anybody at any time.
Okay. So, David, is this movie available?
Not yet out on DVD, but it is online. It is online. People can watch it on BC Flix, B as in boy, C as in cat, Flix like Netflix, the end of Flix, F-L-I-X, bcflix.com. You can go there and online for now, but it's not yet out on DVD.
All right. David, finally, before I leave you, I just why is it that too many Sierra Leoneans who are successful professionals out there don't want to come back home?
Excuse me.
Don't want to come back home and contribute to their nation.
Let me tell you maybe about me or maybe a few other people, but I will not be talking here for anybody. But not that people don't want to go back home. People want to go back. But, you know, let me give you a little story. Long years when we were living in Sierra Leone or in Africa, when our people come from overseas, they are being welcomed. People welcome them. People are excited to see them. But from what I have learned these days, when you go to your own country, your own people start asking you, when are you leaving? When are you going back? And they will go on social media and start raining curses and abuses on us. Oh, then when I feel say when I better pass we waiting, nobody said that. When you are going home, you are happy because you want to go and see your people. You want to go and meet your family. And people want to go and settle. But the kind of corruption that has marred our country, that has been affecting the fabrics of the society. Somebody will be here working day and night, sending his money at least to when he goes home to find a place where he can lay his head. And when he goes back, all that money he was sending will be gone. There will be no house. Some of them will be even killed. Some of the houses will be taken away from them by family members or even friends. And they will tell you, oh, for that little money they were even they send, oh, who that you think say you be? You know, some of these things, they are heart-rending. They are destroying the relationship. And the worst of it, it's like we have now become enemies with our own people. Why? Because we found ourselves here and they found themselves there, that we are now enemies, that we cannot even talk. Oh, what you do? When you there, America, you don't get nothing for tell me. Yeah, nobody said they have anything to tell you. But at least let us treat one another with respect. If people want to go and do business, when they go there, let the governments open doors. That is, Nigerians, when they come here, they make their money, they go back to their country. But in our own place, when we go, people start looking at you as some complete stranger. They respect foreigners more than us Sierra Leoneans. And so not that people don't want to come. People want to come. Like me, I tell them every day, I say, I was not a thief in Sierra Leone. Nobody put a rope on my neck. When I want to come to Sierra Leone, I will come and nobody has anything to do with me, for me. Because I am what I am and I always like to work. I always like to start from the grassroots and raise it up
That's the way I am. I love to work with people. I love to train people. So not that people don't want to come, but I think the attitude towards one another has to change. We have to change that. Let us go back to those times when we have respect for one another.
Okay, thank you, David.
Yes.
I want to tease you a little bit. I want to disturb you a little bit. You know. Now, tell me personally, what's the thing about Violator? The song
I
done
don't
by
know.
Maurice.
You know, I told Maurice about that song. When that song was released, when I got it first, you know, I popularized it here in the US. You know, I took it to Texas, and nobody ever had it in Texas. No Sierra Leonean have had it in Texas. And I played it at a party, and everybody was like going crazy. You know, and the lyrics to the song, "Na dem sabi, why make them no one see we together? Me I no know, why make them one put us asunder? Then just the baranta, do anything for scatter scatter. Waiting at them problem. Me I no know." You see, so those lyrics can relate to every Sierra Leonean, most of us, because people bump into your business, into your relationship. When they don't know about you, when you keep quiet, they start assuming. They start finding things to talk about you just to mess up your life. So maybe that is what dragged me into that song.
Well, actually, David, I have to leave you now. And I want you to tell your wife to listen to this one, because this is a special song for Reverend and Mrs. David Buakei Vandy. It's a special one. It's called Violator. It's a live performance Maurice did at VOA. And viewers out there, you can always be a part of this program by sending in your messages through selfie video to our online platform, and we'll mix it and bring it out to you. Till we'll meet again on the next edition of From My Home to Your Home. Take this one. It's called Violator.
Real Bats Music.
Now then sabi, why make them no one see we together? Me I don't know, why they want for put us asunder?